Good evening, everybody. My name is Nathan, and welcome to tonight's presentation. This is Prife, and that's the name of the company. I'm going to present to you the most powerful terahertz device in the world that is called the iTeraCare. And first of all, thank you for being here. I do appreciate your time joining me today. It's sunny here in the Philippines. And, the future is always bright. So let me know where you're from. Go to the meeting chat. Let me know which state you're from. And I'd like to do a shout out for you. All right. So let's go. We've got Russell, and she said, good more earnings to everybody. She is from Maykuyuan, City, Bulacan. We've got Jocelyn from Canada. Hi, Sister Jocelyn. I'm so happy that you're here. And yes, just type in where you're from, guys. We've got Raquel from Rock for Hair Design, California, USA. We've got Dan Limmy from Abilene, Texas. We've got Josephina from New York. We've got Leah Swatzer from Atlanta, Georgia. And we've got Madame Tea from Malaysia, Joy Kirkpatrick from LA, California. We've got Lo Ling Hua from Malacca, Malaysia. Shout out to my brother Erwin. Hi, my bro. I'm so missing you, man. And we've got Tom. Tom is, hey, Tom. I know, I remember where you're from. Okay, you're in the USA, of course. And Joel said, good, more earnings from Calgary, Canada. And yes, Jinky from Arizona. And hello, everybody. Now, an announcement for tonight. We've got this is part 2 Epic America. And we'd like to, just connect with what happened last year in America. That was in Las Vegas. And for this year, still the same, will be in Las Vegas on October 23 and 24. That's in Rayo Hotel and Casino. All right, if you like to do some casino stuff, it's your choice. But we've got some good stuff here. We've got our Vice President, Dr. Jimmy Chong, will be coming together with our Group General Manager, Victor Yu, and our product advisor. Now, if you want to know more about the terahertz and other products, we've got Dr. Soma. And of course, our corporate affairs director, and the OxyTap right now is booming because of this man. He is the Singapore branch executive director also. His name is Mr. Noor Rashid. And we've got our first crown ambassador will be coming, Miss Gloria Quaresma, and myself. So I want to see you there, guys. All right. So spread the news. Tell everybody that Prife will have a big event in Las Vegas this October 23 and 24. So you got to get your ticket, because the early bird from today until September 15, you're supposed to be paying around $149 for all this cool stuff, door gifts. We've got EMF shields. We've got the Envy spec that I'm wearing right now. That's total value with the patch. Total value of $234, and you get it at a normal price at $141 US. But if you're an early bird, you get it at $99 US. So get your ticket, book your flights, spread the news, tell all your leaders and even your guests, those who are interested to meet Dr. Jimmy Chong and the rest of us. Please join them. Please invite them and the rest of our leaders. All right. So this is Prife, and I'm so proud to be part of this company. We've got a lot of great recognitions, certifications. So if you're looking at a company that is young and there's a lot of great potential, this is Prife. Prife is just focused and committed to go a long way, years and years. And in fact, I've just heard it from our board of directors, 4 of them, which I will show you later on. They've been telling me that this is about legacy. This is about a product that can help empower people, and a company that we can be at home for the longest period of time. All right. So hop on with this, because this company, even though we are young, we're just 3 years old, but we've got a lot of awards already. We've been recognized as the Company of the Year, Rising Star this year, International Growth Award this year, and we've got highest sales revenue with our products. And the product of the year is our iTerracare Premium Plus. And we've also been awarded as the best direct selling company of the year 2021. And there's more and more and more. When we started with just the iTerracare. Right now, we have 30 plus products, and this is available on selected countries. Most of this, they are available in Malaysia, some in Taiwan, of course, Singapore, Philippines, USA. And this is what Prife wants to do. Prife wants to position not just in the frequency, but also in supplements. We've got this consumable products, which you can redeem in your loyalty redemption in your back office. And this company is in Malaysia. It's in KL. This is the address. You can contact our customer service there, and basically you can just look around. If you want to check the authenticity of this product, you can meet our board of directors. This is Dr. Steven, our president, Dr. Jimmy, our vice president, Mr. AC Go, our group chairman, and Mr. Casey Tan, our group general director. So these guys have been in the industry for more than 100 years total collective leadership. They love the industry, and they want this company to grow as fast and as bigger and can touch more lives. So you can see in just 3 years' time, we have established in over 80 states, countries. We've got 20 plus, we call this states or branches all over the world. Oh, I think 30 already, if I'm not mistaken. It keeps growing and growing. In fact, we'll be opening in Mexico. We just celebrated our first year anniversary last March 2023, second anniversary this year, January 2024, and third anniversary will be this year, November, in Johor Bahru, that's in Malaysia. And we have presence in North and Latin America. We've got presence in Europe and Africa. I've traveled around in these continents, and I'm so just impressed with the commitment of our leaders all over the world. We have, of course, Asia, Australia, New Zealand. We keep growing and growing and growing. And so if you're a first timer and you feel like, hey, Nathan, I want to do this, please keep in touch, connect with the person that invited you today. All right. So hi, Juliet and Joy from California. Again, we've got Tess from Montreal, Canada. And we've got Juliet from Australia. So talking about Australia, we've got Juliet Hewitt. Hi to you and hi to everybody. So this is the iTerracare. This is the most powerful terahertz frequency therapy device today. This is not a medical device. So I start with saying that we don't go that road. So that is a disclaimer. This is a household electrical appliance. This is not a medical therapeutic device. And so we do away from that because this is what we believe. If you follow science, and the science says if you feed the frequency that the body needs, the energy that the body needs, the body will heal itself. If you give what the body, the nutrition, the raw materials, the elements that the body needs, the body will heal itself. So let's look into this world's #1 terahertz light wave device. This is the iTerracare, revolutionary, because I always say, the old model was if you have a problem, you pop a pill, you suppress the pain, you suppress that, discomfort in the body, and then that's it. You go on and move on with your life. But you're not fixing the source. You're not fixing the problem. And that is what the medical is doing. It's not really healing the body. It's not teaching us to heal, but it's suppressing. It is just putting a patch. It's a Band-Aid model. And so we do away from that. And so we teach ourselves to heal ourselves. That is by understanding how frequency works, how nutrition works, how methylation works, and all of these things. And so I'll start with this one. This is the traditional Chinese medicine. This is what they said. Blockage is one of the key factors why we get sick. And so if there is blockage, there is pain in the body. There is discomfort in the body. And when you talk about blockage, this is a blockage of the flow of blood and the flow of energy or qi or chi. This is the circulation in the body. If this is disrupted, if the flow is not well or fluid, then you have a problem. We call it pain or blockage. In other words, we call this inflammatory. Everything starts with inflammation before it becomes a disease. All right. And so Hippocrates said about this. Now, yeah, you have a pain, you have an inflammatory problem. And so he said this 25,000 centuries ago, 2,500 years ago. This is what Hippocrates said. Those who cannot be cured by medicine can be cured by surgery, but those who cannot be cured by surgery can be cured by fire. He was talking about heat. And he said, if there's a way to heat the bones, then all diseases can be treated. How do you heat the bones, by the way? You know? And it's like a trivia, how do you heat the bones? Then we understand that there is a way to heat the bones using frequency. And there's another thing here. You can activate the stem cells that are sleeping inside the body, specifically in the bone marrows, if you apply heat. And how do we apply heat? Here comes the terahertz frequency. The terahertz frequency activates dormant stem cells in the bone marrows by what? Heating the bones. How do you heat the bones? I'm going to talk about heating the bones after this, because the frequency of terahertz is pushed through the connection or the bonding with the heat. And so terahertz has a very short range, but with the power of quantum technology that is infused in this device, those heat that is emitted from the device is carried by the terahertz. And so the terahertz pushes through our cells, our bones, our biological tissues, and this heat begins to fix the flow of energy and blood inside the body. No wonder when you talk about temperature in the body, there's this guy named Uwe Karstad. He's a naturopath, and he's talking about heating the body. And these are the benefits if we heat the body in a certain temperature. The body has to be in a homeostasis or balanced temperature, which is 98.6 to 37 or 36.5 degrees. And I just had a talk with Professor Yang Wen-jun, the inventor of the Iteracare. He said there is 365 days in a year. That is in connection with the temperature of the human body, which is 36.5. So if you maintain that balance of 36.5, the body's heat, if you maintain that, it says that the body is in a state of wellness or a state of homeostasis. And so a healthy body maintains that temperature. When the temperature goes down, when you have some sickness, some problem, the temperature goes down to 36.1, 0.2. And he was talking about tumor, a tumor, a cancer. When you get the temperature in that specific area, the temperature is lower. It's 36.1 or 35.9. So the colder the body is sicker. So by heating the body using the Iteracare, by reaching the ideal body's temperature, you are obtaining, achieving the optimum health of the body. And that is where it comes here. There is a secret healing system in the body. Again, as what I always say, if you feed what the body needs, the body will heal itself because the body is the doctor itself. So if you raise the temperature to that optimum state, to that ideal state, 36.5, the body will heal itself. If you increase the energy of the cells, the body will heal itself. If you feed the kind of nutrition that the body needs, the body will heal itself. So this is what Hippocrates said again. He said that there is a natural healing force within each one of us. He wasn't talking about some sort of vitamins, all right? He was talking about a force. There is a force. This is the greatest force. So there are different types of forces, of frequencies, and energy. And Professor Yang Wen-jun said, the body has different frequencies. We've got different energies, and we feel that. We attract these energies. We're exposed to these certain energies and frequencies around us. And he said, what the body really loves, what really likes? It likes terahertz. Terahertz is available in the space, in the universe. In fact, when there's full moon, when there's sunlight, terahertz is present. It's all over. It's just that we're not being infused. We're not downloading, if I may say that. We're not exposed to that. So we've got less and less of this exposure of terahertz, you know? And so why? Because if you tap into that frequency, the living force that is within each one of us will cause the body to heal itself. And then why again? Because going back to the fundamentals, the human body is an energy field down to our cells, our atoms, inside the atoms, where you can only find waves or particles of light. That's why we are called energy beings. So if we are energy beings, we have to understand frequency, because beyond matter, we are energy beings. This is making sense. So Albert Einstein, he said, future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. He was mentioning again, not vitamins, not minerals, but he was mentioning frequencies. There is something about frequency that today human minds are open. We are accepting this. We are now open to this consciousness, this idea. In fact, that future that Albert Einstein was saying is already here. But then again, it's not yet in the mainstream. We still do the old model. What's the old model? Pop pill. What's the old model? Well, surgery. Of course, it's needed if you're needed with that. But the old model is the model of making money. The old model is not empowering people. It is making people dependent upon the model that makes money. That was the old model. The model of energy healing is empowering a person, a human being, and a human being can self-regulate, can self-heal. This is the future, and we're heading towards that. So as our consciousness grow, as we grow our consciousness, we begin to take responsibility of our own health, our own selves. So then again, I'm so excited about the future, all right? So we've got NASA here, exhibit number 1, and NASA discovered the PEMF, pulse electromagnetic field. And the reason why they wanted to invent this, it's because they want to help the astronauts' body regulate while they're in space. The question is, how do we prolong the astronauts staying in space for a longer period of time? And so the PEMF has been helping astronauts stay in space for a longer period of time, because while they're in space, they're being magnetized. They mimic the magnetism of Earth using this technology. Now we've got Dr. Anthony Holland, together with Dr. James Bayers. They call this the resonance frequency therapy device. They have discovered that by harmonizing frequencies, layers and layers of frequencies, fine-tuning it, they're able to shatter and stop the growth of cancer. Now, this is mind-blowing, guys. This is not yet in the mainstream. Can you imagine if this is in the mainstream? This will shut down a lot of big C industries and big C businesses, right? Because the big C, the big cancer industry, is a multi-billion-dollar business. So if you imagine if this is available, if this will be spread around the world without any any problem there from the big guys up there, now this will revolutionize the big cancer industry, because this is available here. All right. Again, the frequency is here, the future is here, but it's not yet in the mainstream. There's a lot of battles. There's a lot of things going on in the process as we are battling against huge industries. Now, the terahertz frequency, Professor Young Win-Jun said that this terahertz, there's this gap, a vacuum between the microwave and the infrared, between the electronics and the photonics. This vacuum was not yet understood for many, many, many years. In fact, this was just discovered in the 1980s by the American scientists. And so this vacuum, now they call it the terahertz. In fact, science hasn't really gone through the ultimate understanding of the terahertz frequency yet. Not yet. But then China, we've got Europe, Japan, and United States are so keen into studying and doing a lot of research. In fact, the US government named this frequency as one of the top 10 technologies that would change the future world. Now, this is non-ionizing, and the difference between the iTeraCare and other terahertz devices is we have this sweet spot. We hit the sweet spot of the terahertz gap, which is 2 to 17 terahertz, which is highly suitable for the human body. If it's lesser than that, it's going to do well. If it's higher than that, it's not going to do well. Now, American scientists, they call this frequency as the wave of life. Japanese scientists, they call this light of life. And Chinese scientists, they call this God's wave band. We have a lot of scientific data on the terahertz and the human health. And they said here from the National Library of Medicine in the US government side, they said that terahertz frequency or radiation is also used in the treatment of disease, including various cancers. And we've got treatment of angina. There's a positive effect on treatment and blood clottings in patients with angina. Now, let me, you guys are special today because, I had a 3-hour conversation with this guy here. His name is Professor Yang Wenjun. He's our scientist. He's the first scientist who successfully invented the world's terahertz light wave device in the world. And they have the certifying body in the world, and it's only found in China. It's crazy, It's only found in China. It's only China that can certify terahertz. None of the other countries yet, not yet. Russia is doing it, but China has the technology, the tools, all of these facilities to certify a terahertz. So, and Yang Wenjun is part of this certifying body in the world. So in other words, this is how it is. This is how crazy it is. So if there are other companies there, other devices that claim, hey, we also have terahertz. The question is, how come it's not certified? Where's your certification? All right, that's the question. Where do you get the certification? Because Mr. Professor Yang Wenjun knows all of these terahertz devices in the world. If you talk about, hey, we've got the real deal here, he knows because he's part of the certifying body. So he just told me, Nathan, all of these other companies or devices that said we also have terahertz, they're not for real. They're fakes. Because we know we certify real, authentic devices that claims that they have a terahertz device. That is because Professor Yang Wenjun is part of that, and that is only found in China. That is crazy. Now, let's talk about the story behind the invention of the iTeraCare. Because I asked him, Professor Yang Wenjun, what is really the story why you have discovered the iTeraCare? And so he said this, all right? Let me just read it to you guys. Now, we were not conversing in Chinese. We had an interpreter. And I'd like to credit this to Mr. Jerry, the CEO of Singapore branch. Now, so we had this 3-hour conversation. It's just kind of short, but 3 hours because of all the interpretation, and so on. And so I asked him, this is what he said. In 2006, there is this senior scientist. Now, he's part of this group of scientists in China. And so this scientist was deeply affected by the loss of his wife. His wife has a cancer. And so he became so committed to find a solution that could help people avoid the same fate from dying from cancer. All right. So this is what drove this senior scientist into looking into frequencies. Now, this scientist is a frequency scientist. So in 2004, all right, that was 2006, but in 2004, this team of scientists, together with Professor Yang Wenjun, they started studying and researching frequency technology aiming to develop therapeutic benefits. This is like, James Bayer's. It's like this kind of, peers. So as they were focusing on that, after several years, after 10 years of doing research, this took them a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in 2014, all right, this is when they discovered the terahertz. They have now these machines that could detect. They started developing machines. So the Shang was developed in 2014, dedicated in advancing research about terahertz. But they have a problem in 2014, all right? So this is the first device, 2014. As you can see, the cost was 412,000 US dollars. Let me sit down, guys. Let's have a story here, all right? I'm going to talk about terahertz here. I'm not going to talk about the trilogy for now, all right? So let me read that. In 2014, when the team began to experiment the terahertz frequency, all right? However, the frequency this time was unstable. Are you listening to me? It was unstable. They had got this device. It cost so much. Why was it unstable? Because prior to this, it took them years. It took Professor Yang Wenjun years to perfect the combination of minerals. Now, if you ask me how did they come up with the idea? They have a lot of options. It was microchips, different frequency combinations just to develop the terahertz, but it was unstable until Professor Yang Wenjun had an idea. It was an inspiration. He said, why don't we apply crystals? So they searched for crystals all over, and the best crystal is found in Donghae. This is it, guys. This is so crazy here. It's only found in Donghae. Oh my gosh. That's the crystal capital in the world, Donghae, China, because in Donghae, China, 99%, this is a 99% high valued, high quality crystals. If you look for other crystals in other places around the world, it's not going to meet the quality or the value that they're looking for. So it has to be high valued, high quality crystals. Now, crystals has silicon. I didn't even know about that. I just knew it from Professor Yang Wenjun. So this optical quartz, they have to get it only from Donghae, China, because of its value and quality, because of its silicon quality. And so what happens is he's able to combine other minerals. He's talking about 100 plus. So it's like a recipe of all of these materials. And so they have to balance it. It took years for Professor Yang Wenjun to balance the combination of minerals and crystals so it emits the stable frequency that right now iTerracare is using. Can you imagine? That's why it took them so many years to develop the iTerracare. I got to have a special presentation for this because it just blew my mind. All right. And so the Guangfo, all right. So they took the crystal from Donghae. Now there's a city in China called Guangfo. This is the hub of manufacturing specialized crystals. So this Donghae goes into Guangfo, and Guangfo is known as the city or the place where they use crystals for aerospace technology. So our crystal is used in aerospace technology in China. Oh my gosh. This is totally amazing. So 2017 comes, and here comes the stable and the first terahertz device that is being used right now in many hospitals in China. This is the commercial use pro device, our third generation. And here comes the fourth generation iTerracare device and the fifth generation, which is the iTerracare Premium Plus. I mean, when I heard about all the story here, I was like blown away. Oh my gosh. Now I understand why it's research and development. It's not easy. My gosh, I was thinking, how come it's so expensive? Why would Mr. Yang Wenjun price the 2014 at 412,000? And he told me he spent minimum 2 million US dollars just to get the combination of the crystals and the minerals and the recipe and the balancing for them to get the sweet spot terahertz that we are now enjoying, ladies and gentlemen. That is really mind-blowing. That is really mind-blowing. My gosh, my gosh. Yes, it's in China, but China has the most advanced already in the world, and people don't know that. We think it's America right now, but my gosh, China has a lot of advanced development, and China is into terahertz, ladies and gentlemen. And Professor Yang Wenjun is one of that key scientists in China that is doing the research and development for terahertz for health and aerospace. We are so blessed to have Professor Yang Wenjun. So it's your choice, guys. You look into these different features of our iTerra devices. We've got the Classic, the Premium Plus, the Premium, and the Pro. If money is not an issue, I'd like you to get the Pro. All right, get the Pro because it's just more powerful than the rest. That's all. So we got clinical test reports, Beijing research. And there's one person, by the way, I remember he said, do we have a device that can detect if our product, iTerra has terahertz? And you know what Professor Yang Wijun said? There is, but that device is not small. We don't have portable devices yet because it's, number one, it's too expensive and it's not yet available. We haven't developed that technology yet. And so there is, so all of our devices, all the crystals which emits the terahertz are all, they've gone through the test. So there is this one laboratory in China. And this one laboratory is the only laboratory in the world that can detect if there is terahertz or not. Crazy. I thought it's everywhere. It's only in China. Oh, China is so blessed. So again, I asked him questions about, is there really quantum? How does quantum work? And he said, yes, everything is embedded in the optical tube, in the quartz tube. This is called the crystal tube that we have in this device. And the crystal tube, even though it's switched off, listen, okay, guys, even if you've switched off the iTerra, it's emitting terahertz and quantum energy, even if it's switched off. Well, I knew about it, but that's the thing, even if it's switched off. So I asked him, how does it work in a scientific terms? All right, so let me read that to you guys. How does it work in the scientific terms? So let me go into this. So this is the summary of what Professor Yang Wenjun said, explaining how the terahertz emits from the device. So key point number one, there is what we call continuous emission. The device emits terahertz frequency even when not switched on. That's a very good thing. That's why you can sleep with it as long as it doesn't fall off the bed. All right, that's fine. Sleep with it. You can, of course, unplug it. All right, sleep with it. The crystal is emitting terahertz, and that is good. All right, now, when the device is switched on, it blows out hot air. Now, this is crazy here. The hot air carries the terahertz frequency. Really? Yep. The hot air's frequency, when it passes through the optical quartz crystal, the terahertz is being carried by the hot air or the heat itself. This combination of the terahertz frequency and hot air penetrates the body, heating the cells and the bones. Wow. I was like jumping there when I heard about it. All right, let me stand again. I was sitting, I'm standing again, right? And so he said, all right, the heat and the terahertz, when you switch on, all right, so again, there's terahertz, even if it's not switched on, but it's just continually just emitting, right? Just like a perpetual energy right there. But once you switch it on, now you can direct the terahertz with the heat combining with the terahertz. Now the heat and the combination, as you point it, let's say you point it on your back, the heat now is pushed through your bones, it's pushed through your cells with the power of terahertz. So literally, I was like, really? He said, literally, you're heating the bones, you're heating the cells. Because remember, the idea is you got to achieve the optimum or the ideal heat that the body is healthy, which is 36.5. So when you direct that power, that frequency, that heat, it heats up that area. And so when you have sickness, right? When there is pain, you can feel that area is cold, right? When you have this coldness, So you direct the heat, it begins to heat up that area. And so when the heat is increased, this is what happens now. This is what happens when the heat is increased, it begins to boost immune system, increases metabolic activity in the cells, now increases cellular oxygenation. Now the blood flow increases. There is metabolizing of waste products and tissues begins to soften, relaxes the muscles and joints, and it's a powerful painkiller. This is why the Iteracare specializes in heating the body. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so powerful. All right, this is so powerful. Going back to that now, the nature of terahertz frequency. The terahertz photons, all right, because this is a light wave, have energy in a milli-electron volts. Oh, that is very scientific there. That is MeV, milli-electron volts, MeV range. You can Google that, making them non-ionizing, and it is safe for biological tissues. That's what makes terahertz so powerful, because it's non-ionizing and it's using milli-electron volts. This is so different from microwaves, from our cell phones and so on and so forth. Now, when this terahertz is generated using optical quartz fused with hundreds of minerals, heated in highly advanced furnace. So they have a furnace, they turn the crystal, the minerals into powder form and heated it and mold it in a furnace at 1,800 degrees Celsius. This process involves photovoltaic system that uses high quality silicon to generate terahertz frequency. Now, the terahertz, the Iteracare device contains crystal tube that emits the frequency terahertz. This tube is made from a combination of optical quartz crystal, specific minerals perfected over years of research by Professor Yang Wenjun. The crystal is crushed into powder, melted, then formed into the tube. The mineral is balanced carefully, controlled to produce a stable, correct range of terahertz frequency. Can you imagine? This took them years. Now, this crystal tube is made using 99% pure Donghae silicon, known for its high energy intensity. This silicon is of high quality and is a key component in producing the desired terahertz frequency in the Iteracare. That is so amazing. All right, good news for everybody. I'm going to produce this. This will be in a written form. All right, I got a recorded conversation. I put it in a written form. So we'll produce this and we'll come up, me and my team, my brother will produce it in a written form. We put some graphics and I will publish this for everybody to know. This is from the mouth of Professor Yang Wenjun himself. He was here in the Philippines, so I told him, I woke up early. You know, we left so late that night. That was on the 25th. But still remember, that was Sunday. We had a dinner time, and we left home. You know, I have to travel from Manila around 2 hours to my home. So I went back, and I woke up so early because I have to meet him exactly 6:30 in the morning, because Mr. Jerry's flight, the interpreter, he has to be leaving the hotel by 9:30. So from 6:30, 7, 8, 9:30, 3 hours, I have this conversation. I said, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk to you and ask you questions that a lot of our leaders has been wanting to ask for many, many years. So these are the information I got, ladies and gentlemen, and there is more. There is more. He was even talking about the vertebrae. You know, we've got 12. This is just so amazing. Listen to me, huh? Listen to me carefully. Now, we've got 12 ribs, right? The 12 ribs, he said, in the relationship with the space or the cosmology, because he's a cosmology scientist, he said, this 12 ribs is also linked to 12 months in a year. We've got 24 vertebrae, which is solar terms. And every 2 weeks, oh my gosh, every 2 weeks in a month, all right? So we've got 24. So if you divide the 12 months, every 2 times in a month, each of your vertebrae goes into frequency every time. So there are 12 ribs, 24 vertebrae, which is every 2 weeks in a month, the energy of your vertebrae from your core, from the coccyx, the very baseline of your vertebrae of your spine, up to the head, every 2 weeks, guys, one of that corresponding every month. It has energy. So you are connected to space. You are connected to the universe, because this human body is like the fractal. It's like the micro manifestation of the universe. He was talking about it. I kind of know about this for many years, but hearing it from the scientist, he said, every cell in your body has information of the universe. Every vertebrae, every ribs, every information that you have, which is making sense because we are matter from the energy source. And so the body is a reflection of the entire cosmos, the entire universe. So if you understand that relationship, you'll never be the same, because we've got all of these things inside of us that we are related, we're connected to the very macro, which is the universe. Oh, I'm just excited about this. This is the kind of topic I love. This is why healing the body is possible, guys, when you understand. Heating the bones, heating the cells, using the frequency, the etheric air, it's going to blow your mind. That's why I'm so proud. I'm so happy. Keep using your etheric air. Obtain the ideal temperature, which is 36.5. This is the features of the etheric air. Look at that, right? And he said, of all the frequencies, right, the body loves the terahertz frequency. And terahertz likes water. Listen, terahertz likes water, because water, as I always say, memorizes energy. So always charge your water. Always charge your water. When you drink that water, before you drink that water, charge, because the terahertz, it is absorbed by the water. And when you drink that water, every cell in your body begins to just absorb this energy and begins to align. There is such relationship with the water, the body, and terahertz. And that is why we're seeing a lot of good testimonies, and people are using it for vegetables and fruits, even for pets. So guys, use your etheric air all the time. 1 hour of usage of the etheric air is equivalent to 10 times of acupuncture benefits, 20 times of cupping, 30 times of gua sha, 40 times of massage. So precautionary, because I'm about to end, all right? I'm going to do a more extensive explanation of this. I'm going to do a big Zoom for all our leaders all over the world. And I'm going to talk about my conversation with Professor Yang Wen-jun. And we're going to see etheric air in a deeper, deep dive of information, why this device is so powerful and why this device has helped a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people, gaining so much results and testimonies because of the etheric air. This is what it's all about. And, I was about to cry and I was in tears. And he said, the name of his company is Deshang. And you know what Deshang believe? This is what they believe. We are love. We awaken love and we give love. But that is the purpose of life. We have two purposes in life. Our mission is to bring heaven on earth and to love and be loved and awaken love. That is our mission. And that is Deshang's mission, why they created the etheric air. I was in tears when I heard that from the professor himself. Woo! Congratulations, everybody. Thank you for being with me today. All right. I'm so grateful that you're here, guys. I'm about to end, and just again, announcement for our America, Canada, our leaders there. Please invite as many people as you can. I want to see you there in the Epic America in Hotel Rio Casino that is in Flamingo Road, Las Vegas. I want to see you there, guys. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be good. I hope you gain some deep knowledge today about the etheric air. Again, I'm going to put this into writing, put some graphics, and I'm going to publish this to the entire world. Because my mission is I'm going to bring this knowledge to the entire corners of the world. Who's with me? If you're with me, go to the meeting chat and say, I'm with you. I'm going to go with you, Nathan. We're going to bring this information, this consciousness, this healing frequency to the entire world. You know what? If you focus on helping people, you will never go wrong. You will never go wrong. Blessings will overtake you because your heart is for humanity. So if you're with me, go to the meeting chat. Let's do this. I'll see you in the epic America. All right. I'm so excited. I love you, everybody. I just can't wait to see you again. All right, I'm going to stop my sharing and let's have some photo today. All right, open your cameras again. I'm going to see your beautiful faces. Come on. Let's do this. There we go. There we go. There are 61 of us, beautiful people. All right, I'm so glad you're with me because, again, we're going to impact the world. All right, so remember, the ideal body temperature is 36.5. This is the ideal. This is critical for maintaining your overall health. And the ITerraCare has the power, the ability to maintain that optimum state of your body. I'm so excited, guys. Keep using your ITerraCare. This is the power that is living inside of you. You have the force to heal yourself. All right, now, so open your cameras, and I'm going to take a screenshot right here. Give me a smile. Put your hand up like this, your finger, and say, we are one Prife, one team, one family. This is ITerraCare. So give a big smile. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next page. We got 2 pages here. All right, number 2. Here we go. Keep smiling, because it's wonderful. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and smile. Thank you so much. Woo! Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, okay. So you can unmute yourself if you like. And thank you. That has been a wonderful, wonderful time with you guys. I was having fun. When I had the confirmation, yes, you're welcome. When I had the conversation with Professor Yang Wenjun, I was having fun. I was translated to different dimensions because this guy is super. His brain is just beyond Professor Yang Wenjun. So I'm just so grateful I had a conversation with him, and it was wonderful information. And then again, I'm going to release this in a written form, put some good graphics, and you guys will have the chance to read it in an in-depth information from the mouth of Professor Yang Wenjun. And so that was an experience of my life. That was last Monday, just this week, after the event. So I had a 3-hour time with Professor Yang Wenjun, and it was like, oh my gosh, I just love this guy so much. And wait, before anything else, where he's gonna release more powerful. Oh my gosh, there's more to come. All right, there's more to come. So
what is he going to release?
I don't know. He was like, it's a surprise. He's going to there. Remember, technology, is developing and increasing. So he said there are more terahertz in the pipeline, and the company that will release that will distribute and market that is Prife, because Prife and the Shang are one. So they have a lot of advanced terahertz frequency, not just terahertz. They're talking about quantum and other scientific stuff. I was like, come on. And he said, get a hold. We're going to release it. And so all of us guys, we are the messengers. We are the bridge to this. And so we're going to make money, and we're going to help a lot of people. Can you imagine? We've got one of the most advanced technologies in our company, and we will bring this to the entire world. You know how blessed we are? That's why you guys committed in doing this business, staying with us, being loyal, being faithful. You're going to be blessed. So I'm just excited. Thank you so much. I love you, everybody. Have a great evening. Rest knowing that you are loved and you are prosperous and abundant. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Peace out.